My good friends, level 12 here, and we are going to go over the upgrades really fast. This is what I got so far. I love a bunch of artillery and stuff like that. Also, here's my hero, Ulrich. So yeah, I'm going to use Ulrich, and we're going to start the Underpass on veteran mode, of course. Let's go to battle. So, oh my goodness, what do we got going on today? Well, there's just a little kind of slideshow here for me. We're walking down the thing, and then, oh my god, Myrmidons are up here, so we gotta kill them for sure. So anyways, what we're gonna do is we're gonna clear out these two things right away, and that's because these are the two best tower spots in the entire place. So I wanted to start off with an archer tower and a footman tower as well. We're gonna get it kind of highly upgraded just to start. I'm also gonna set up my towers kind of for late game here. So I'm gonna get a mage tower here, which is eventually gonna be a necromancer tower, and then I'd also like to get some sort of artillery up right next to it, and that's gonna be it's going to be kind of high-level artillery eventually once I get there, a battle mecha with wasp missiles or something like that. So anyways, this level is actually reasonably easy. This is like the first level in the caves here, so it's actually not that difficult at all. So what you want to do is just use your rain of fires on a few of these guys, do a little bit of damage as they run through the rain of fire. The residual rain of fire, you can actually just hurt a bunch of them and get a lot of extra gold for those guys, and then just keep upgrading stuff along the way. So you can upgrade your mage tower here. You know, you move Ulrich up just a little bit. You know, you got your reinforced, you got your footman tower in the very back to block anybody that might actually get through. So anyways, look at this big bundle of guys, but we don't have a rain of fire yet, so what we have to do is we have to wait just a little bit and then use the rain of fire right there. It's okay to put the rain of fire right there if guys are not on top of it, because we're trying to get as much gold as possible right from the get-go, get massive amounts of gold. So these guys are starting to kind of leak through here, but that's okay. I have a crossbow fort, I have my residual rain of fire just all over the place, and also my crossbow forts and these blocker guys. So we're doing okay here. Just use your reinforcements a little bit, and you should block these guys, and your crossbow fort will indeed take care of them. Also, I have this other rain of fire, which I set down, which is very nice. So now we have some night scales kind of. So instead of just letting your night scales just kind of run right through your defense, you have to be kind of careful versus them. You have to use Ulrich somewhat effectively. Feel free to use your rain of fires on them if you want, but I don't even recommend that. I think just killing everybody with your rain of fires, like get the biggest bundle of them together, is probably your best bet. And then start getting your artillery up, and I don't know, I might upgrade my footmen in a little while. I'm not really sure about that yet. I haven't really decided. So anyways, yep, I got some archer towers here, got my artillery. That's like a nice spot for artillery, especially if I get a battle mecha, because all those guys are going to converge to that one single point, and that's why I actually cleared out all these things in the very beginning. I also got my footmen up just a little bit, because I feel like that's kind of necessary versus night scales and stuff like that. Anyways, next wave is razor wings and stuff, which actually are not hard to kill at all, so that's why I had no problem setting up the next waves early. So we got some archer towers. Sorry about a little bit about this lag. Shouldn't be laggy the entire game. So here are the razor wings. There's fast speed and they're flying, so not a big deal. All you have to do is just make sure you don't go too high with your artillery upgrades right from the get-go, or else that will be a massive problem if you go like straight up battle mecha right from the get-go. You will not be able to kill these battle mechas. So I think there's just too many of them bundled up. So I need to get some more archer towers and stuff like that, and then. If I want to, guess what I can do, guys? Guess what I can do? I could use my rain of fire, but meh. Not important right now. Just send out the next wave and hold out. Hold out for a little while. Now, realizing that I have a ton of crossbow forts already. I have 2 crossbow forts. I have some archer towers kind of spread out throughout the entire map. The crossbow forts, or the archer towers, just spread out throughout the entire map. Just help out doing a lot of crazy in-between damage to a lot of these night scales and stuff like that. Very helpful. And then just, rain of fire right in the middle of them and do as much damage as possible. Night scales, the problem with that is even though you have residual rain of fire, they can actually go invisible over the rain of fire and not get damaged, which is kind of sad. It's kind of stupid too, that it doesn't hurt them. Because they shouldn't be invulnerable, they should just be invisible. At least that's the way I feel. Like they should have towers just not aim them, but things like explosions and stuff can still hurt them. But I guess you can't do that, and it's kind of sad that you don't. Anyways, here's the incoming wave and the next wave, and I got my infantry upgraded all the way to a bunch in the back here, and oh my goodness, this is lagging like crazy right now. So I don't really like the lag, I'm sorry, and it's Necromancer tower time. So now I get a Necromancer, and the good thing about that is every single guy we kill within its range is actually going to turn into a skeleton. So I'm super excited about that. I love getting tons of blocker skeletons, especially when I have artillery right next to it, because guess what? The artillery just does massive amounts of damage to grouped guys, and that's exactly what the skeletons do. They cause a lot of grouped guys. So look at all these skeletons over here from that rain of fire. And I can just use a crossbow fort over here as well, because guess what? That's going to block a lot of guys. The skeletons are going to block guys, have my crossbow fort kill them. And also my Necromancer Tower and stuff can do a lot of damage to them as well. Now the problem with Necromancer Towers is they're really not that strong. They really don't do that much damage with the Mage Tower, so you probably have to get some other sort of mage towers or something like that, and that's why I have the mage tower right above that. And eventually I'll probably get that up to an archmage, or maybe just get another necromancer tower. I haven't really decided yet. We'll have to see. So, what do we got? What do we got? Well, these guys are starting to get through, but I could just rain of fire them and send out the next wave. That's probably going to be what's going to be happening here. There's a big bundle of guys right here, but not enough. Oh, there it is. Uh-oh, more lag. And there we go, we rain of fired them. So we rain of fired them right on the top here, and then we got to send out some flying guys. So the flying guys, like I said, they're not a huge problem. I still don't even have that much artillery, but I do have a 3rd tier artillery up there, and that's doing some extra solid damage to all these random guys kind of floating around in here. And night scales, the cool thing about having kind of spread out towers is a lot of times you can actually hurt the night scales quite a bit, and even though they'll like go night scale-ish right in like the beginning, and then you can kind of kill them in the middle part of the map. So now I have my battle mecha up, which is super duper awesome, and guess what we're gonna do, guys? We're gonna get some freaking wasp missiles really soon here. But right now wasp missiles are really not unbelievably important, so I'm just gonna upgrade my necromancer tower just a little bit. The reason why I'm lagging, by the way, is because basically what happens is I stream from my iPad down to my router back to my computer, and that's really the only way I can record. I can try recording with some sort of other software, but what happens is I only have 16 gigs in my iPad, and that just does not allow me to record very much or even in high quality. So having this go to my computer allows me to record in high quality and stuff, which is definitely nice. So anyways, I recommend getting Pestilence up to just 1-0. I think the 1-0 Pestilence is probably your best bet. Getting a lot of 1-1 towers and stuff like that is super effective. So anyways, we rained to fire this big group of Myrmidons and a couple of the Brood Guards right behind them. It's not like we're going to kill them right from the get-go, but we did a lot of solid damage to them, and it's going to help out a lot for a little bit later in the map. And now Wasp Missiles. So I only have one upgrade from the Wasp Missiles, but obviously that's just going to help out enough. It's going to help out enough for me. So these Myrmidons are, well, they're heavy armor. Their only really weakness is magic. So, I mean, artillery does do damage to them. Probably not as much as I really want, but if you get enough artillery, it will kill them. The good thing is the Necromancer Tower's right there. I got my 3rd tier Mage Tower right above it, and a couple other Mage Towers spread out throughout the entire map. So the Myrmidons will go down indeed. And by the way, the Myrmidons is the correct way to say it, because I actually looked it up. I was saying Myrmidons earlier, and somebody corrected me, and I think they were they're slightly mean about it, but I guess I'll start pronouncing it the correct way, so that's totally fine by me. So anyways, we used our rain of fire right in the middle of the map. There's a bunch of guys going on here, and look at all that freaking gold we got. We just got like 700 gold right in like 1 second, so just start upgrading stuff. Mage Towers, we've got 3rd tier Mage Towers, and then I'm going to hold off on this Mage Tower for right now. I don't know. And next wave time. So now I still have a bunch of gold. I think what I need to do is probably get some more artillery pretty soon. You know, I usually go pretty heavy artillery, kind of late game here, so getting a bunch of these guys all in a big bundle is super duper awesome, especially right next to a Necromancer Tower. All these guys will turn into skeletons, strong skeletons at that, which will help me block pretty much everything. So what I'd like to do is, as soon as I get the monies for it, I will eventually get a battle mecha. Dwarps are okay. Dwarps are indeed okay if you put them in the right spot. I mean, right where my crossbow fort is, right in the middle here. I could probably put it there, put like an earthquake tower over there, but no, it's just not worth it. I'd rather just not sell my crossbow forts and just keep what I have right now. So now it is time, battle mecha time, and wasp missiles everywhere. So now I have 4 solid wasp missile upgrades, and that means a lot of wasp missiles are going to be running all over the map. And the only real problem with wasp missiles that I can see is that for me it causes lag. It doesn't cause lag while I'm playing the game, but it causes lag for me to send all that information to my computer. So we'll have to deal with what we got. Anyways, guess what else you can do? You can get more battle mechas, more wasp missiles. Honestly, the wasp missiles are just such an awesome upgrade if you do have the full upgrades for your towers by now. If you have, not your towers, your bombard towers. If you have your full star upgrades all the way to the top for the bombard towers, it just works out fantastic because they're a lot cheaper. The wasp missiles are cheaper. And now look at all these Myrmidons right here in a big bundle, and all we had to do is use a rain of fire right there and got billions upon billions of gold so we can spend it on a battle mecha here. And even more wasp missiles. I mean, of course, as soon as we get the money. But I want to try and get these battle mechas as far towards the middle as possible. That's really the point here. I want to have 3 battle mechas kind of right in the exact same spot, because everybody's going to get stalled right there, and you can just explode everybody right in the exact same spot. Skeletons will start killing everything, or at least blocking things, so your battle mechs can do all the damage, and I just think that's just a fantastic combination right there. Also, Ulrich, he's just chilling in the back. I realize he's not really doing too much. I'm just afraid of the night scales. I'm afraid of guys that might start getting through, so I just left him in the back. Now I got some stalling skeletons. I got battle mechs doing solid damage, so I'll just let them do their job. Also, what you're noticing is that I have quite a bit of money and really not that much stuff to upgrade. So I could start getting like really high tier towers, but I think just sticking with like the 1/1 towers or something like that is probably your best bet. Like I got my 2 Necromancer towers up to Pestilence, and that's going to give me some extra monies, or some extra damage, and it's really not that much monies overall. You know, it's only like 300 gold, and oh my god, a little bit of lag right there. Well, yeah, okay, let's Rain of Fire right here, right in the middle, right where everybody's big bundled up, and it's already wave 15, so we just have to survive for this last little bit of the wave. I already used my Rain of Fire, and oh my goodness, a Brute is out. So Brutes are actually, what they are is they're really strong units that can kill you guys really fast. So overall, they're a hardcore heavy unit to kill. They're kind of like the Axe guys, in the first part, or the Gorillons in the jungle. You notice they actually have kind of like similar aspects in each section. So anyways, all you have to do is honestly just use a couple of these barrages, or just use crossbow forts or whatever. You're honestly not going to have a big problem if you have these 3 battle mechas all attacking in one giant spot, especially with Wasp missiles and all that action going on in the middle there. Brutes will not be that big of a problem. You can take care of them pretty easily. They do have a lot of health, and they do kill your skeletons and stuff, but because you have so many billions amounts of skeletons, and you have Rain of Fires built up and everything, you can easily take care of them. If you notice, they're not even getting like halfway through the map before I destroy them all. Not even just barely kill them. I'm destroying them 100% all the way down. Get some random upgrades, whatever you want. Spend your monies. You're going to get so much money right at the end here because there's going to be billions of guys coming out all at once. And that's going to be the end of the game here. Just to check out the Brute really fast. Very tough area attack. They're slow. So, whatever. Anyways, yep, we just gotta finish up these last 2 guys. There's some Night Scales and stuff trying to run on through here, but they will not because I have Ulrich and that Templar in the back, and I feel like that Templar is pretty darn important to your, to get no lives lost if you're trying to get that, or even trying to get 3 stars. Make sure you do that. Anyways, that's really all I got for today. So if you guys like this video, please press like. I definitely appreciate likes. If you haven't subbed yet, go ahead and do that. And thank you so much for watching. Have a great day.